Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of MTG Arena Run. Today we're now starting a new series of events, and first up is the Ravnica Guild Battle. So the way this works is we are not building any decks. The game is giving us 10 different decks to choose from. What we're going to do for this one is we're going to play about more or less 10 games. We're going to go through each of the decks. And so let's probably start in order. So we'll start with the Golgari Swarm. We'll just take a quick look so that we have an idea what's up here. And so it looks like it wants to fill up the yard. It definitely wants to fill up the yard. It wants to benefit from undergrowth. We get some removal. Yeah, fight cards not bad. Yeah, this is this also fills up the yard. So our finisher is essentially Find Finality, Lotlet Giant, and Molder Hulk's also a finisher as well. So we have some ways of gaining some life back. We have some ways of quick acceleration. Not many ways of returning stuff to the battlefield. Pretty much Golgari Fine Broker, so we have to work with that. But it's about filling the yard, so let's fill the yard. So yeah, we're gonna start with that one. We'll play one game with that. Then we'll play the next game with the next. We'll keep going and playing. Probably if we get enough of a chance with the deck. So if the deck stalls out due to mana screw, I'll probably replay the deck again. So we'll see if I can get the 6 wins before that. I'll still keep playing even if we hit 6 wins. This is a nice start. Well, multiple lane Glowspore Shaman. We have an Assassin's Trophy backup. In fact, if removal's being pointed at one of our guys, I might just use the Assassin's Trophy to axe. Well, Glowspore Shaman is also acceleration. Not acceleration, but sort of okay. Death Sprout. So we definitely want the other land here. Yeah, I want to hit at least the Leyline Prowlers. Okay, that one's... So we're facing off against a Surveil deck. So we definitely want to hit lands. Okay, we hit multiple lands. We need double black, so we'll hit the swamp. Yeah, Death Sprout would be great also, but Whispering Snitch, so we're gonna keep getting dinged for life. I'm gonna try to trade off the Glowspore Shaman if possible. So he's probably not gonna. Is he gonna trade? If he trades, I'm fine with it. So there we go. Trade away. Then hit up with a nice Dead Touch lifelink. So the Demir deck probably has multiple copies of this. So we need to draw a land off the top. Otherwise we're just trading Leyline Prowlers. Get the strength. Yeah, we're trade. I can actually take one hit off this first, so it's not too bad. Then we just Death Sprout our own guy. This information campaign, we will discard the Gift of Strength. Ooh, opponents on a roll. So he's gonna start taking out our hand. So we hit our 4 mana though, at least that's the good news. Death Sprout's an instant. We also have status and stature, but we need to start hitting lands. I'm probably gonna discard the Assassin's Trophy. I didn't notice any Planeswalkers, so that's interesting. So yes, let's hit Forest. So we actually can cast this. So I'm probably gonna so we're gonna get this one is gonna be a problem. We need to kill the Night Veil Sprite. Should I have just killed the Night Veil Sprite first? Probably. So yeah, we'll discard the Assassin's Trophy. We're just gonna kill this one right off the bat. He could also make this not untap, which is okay. Because we're gonna just kill this one off first. Basically, by... So we're gonna have to hold on to one card. Okay, we'll probably discard that. Now take note, it's not over yet. Our opponent could actually just cast this and then just... Well, if he uses this one to surveil, it means we just have to empty our hand right now. Oh, Whisper. Well, Under Realm Lich is not looking great compared to that. But I guess we have to play it out. So I could play this and just discard this, which is kind of okay actually, because I know we have a second one of this. Yeah, and we're nowhere near close to casting this, so let's just play this out now. So we got a good idea. We just allowed our opponent to run away with this one. In hindsight, I probably should have used the Death Sprout on the Sprite first. There's no reason to use on the lane 9 Prowler. So what am I hoping to draw? Probably Izoni. That's a decent 6. I'm actually curious. Our opponent should have a removal suite. There is price of fame. So we can at least we have this one that can keep swinging. Okay. I could surprise our opponent. Let's just take the Swarm Guild Mage. That's the bigger advantage engine. Yes, because we don't want to be forced to cast this prematurely. So next. I'm actually gonna just swing with both. We're gonna take 6 damage up on the air regardless. This this might be a bad plan. If he blocks Tyrant's... Okay, he's got Tyrant Scorn. This is a very... Yeah, because if I pay 4, Unexplained Disappearance, and I won't have the mana to recast it, and he just surveils. Yep, that was very quick. And yeah, the Doom Whisper is a lot better than his Mythic's better than our Mythic. We'll just concede at this point. So not off to a great start. Golgari deck kind of melted a bit. Yeah, that was our own fault. We allowed their engine to work all the way through. So let's see. So we're gonna check the next deck in line. Well, so yes, it'll be a while. I guess we could do House of Demir since that's the deck that beat us. So let's see. Connive and Concoct. That's something I've always been a fan of. So yeah, there's one Doom Whisper. Yeah, he had the Deadly Visits. No Price of Fame. Lots of Flash, lots of Surveil. Yeah, this is the better. Yeah, this would be the better one of the better decks. So also 25 lands. That's interesting. So we'll definitely change. So we'll do that deck next. So that said, with the amount of Surveil that we have in this deck, we can get away with 2 lands if we have decent Surveil openers. It's a bit of a shame. Opponent got Connive and Concoct. Oh, and we also have Thought Erasure, so we can tilt some players too. Opponent goes first. At least we have plenty of 2-drop options. We start off with a Thoughtbound Phantasm, because why not? Then a price. Now I know our opponent has Burn, Though in this color, I know their direct current is 3 mana, so I might be able to get one hit off of Night Veil Sprite prior to that. So our goal is to just grow this guy really big. So Runaway Steamkin, that's gonna run away a bit too. So we actually have options here. I'm probably gonna just play the Night Veil Sprite first. Force our opponent to have something here, then we can do like Whisper Agent, Thought Erasure. We have options. In fact, Discovery Dispersal is a decent one. Etrata, the Silencer. This one's more like a... Okay. We'll take the 2 damage if he swings with this. He's not gonna swing with that. That's understandable. So we'll keep the House Guild Mage on top. So hit. Let's see, what does this guy do? It's copy and draw, so we want to cast Thought Erasure. Not yet, because I want to Whisper Agent Flash. So we get 3 Dragonauts, so that's not a 3/3. Is he gonna attack? So how many counters do we need on this? 3 or more? Yeah, we're gonna keep the House Guild Mage. So single Thought-Bound Phantasm ruins everyone's day. And okay, Thought Erasure. Let's see, Lava Coil would ruin us. Murmuring Mystic's gonna ruin us for sure. So he has the mana to Lava Coil and Shock. I'm gonna strip the Lava Coil first. We'll keep the Watery Grave on top. So Surveil 2, we're gonna actually ditch the Watery Grave. I could also ditch the Swamp. So we're gonna swing. I'm gonna offer the Whisper Agents a choice. So this one will probably block this. Yeah, we'll ditch the Guild Gate also. So at least we know that, yeah, our opponent needs to draw a land, and even then he won't be... There we go. Yeah, so, yeah, once you get one engine running, this is, at least it's not Disinformation Campaign sucks too. So we'll probably lose the Sprite or the Whisper Agent if our opponent can't cast Murmuring Mystic. Yeah, next turn we're going to just do Etrata the Silencer just to ruin our opponent's day. Basically just cut some of these guys off. Now our opponent could cast Shock, then cast Murmuring Mystic if he doesn't have the 4th mana. That's one way. That's actually one way around it, though. He'll have to make do with this as a 1/1. Okay, that was so. Yeah, looks like our. Yep, Dimir is a very solid choice. But as I said, we're gonna be trying out each deck differently. So. Okay, nice. Yeah, I'm probably gonna start using those from this point on. I'll do the Mastery later. So next one so let's try Izzet next. So let's take a look. Now, it's really about Jumpstart, but it's also about casting instants and sorceries. So the Runaway Steamkin's a one-off. It's really so Firemind's Research is an option. It's really about Wee Dragonauts, Erratic Cyclops, I guess. Well, it's a decent blocker. It's really about Murmuring Mystic, Crackling Drake. Got a Niv Mizzet, so that's an option. 1,000 Year Storm probably not gonna happen, but plenty of decent spells, so we will keep that. So we'll do that one next. So far, I'm liking House Dimir. I'm liking Izzet League. So, but yeah, so this is gonna be our third deck, 7 decks to go. So far, I guess it looks like it's kind of about, as long as you mulligan properly. This one I'm sort of willing to keep. We're just 1 land away, and we have some early plays. Also, we're going first. So, opponent's making decision on their end. So, yeah, I think the cat, if possible, probably shouldn't just be a left click thing. It would be nice if you could just right click it, and an option comes up. You can then choose the color you want it to be. Instead of cycling through the colors, that probably would have helped the bug of sorts. Otherwise, nothing much happening here. There's just is that the Arboretum Elemental? Yeah, Ravnica, you've seen better days. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I'm also starting to read up on the novel. So if I have time in the future, I might set up a who I think should have lived, who I think should have died series, at least for that novel set. Now take note, there is another novel on the way. I'm still getting the prequel novel being emailed to me chapter by chapter. So I have a few ideas, but I kind of want to read through the whole thing just to be sure. And I don't know what happened here. It's either their connection's bad or our connection's bad. Okay. Near Guild Gate, so yep, we need to draw land, and we need at least 1 land this upcoming turn. At least we can burn something, and knowing Dimir, I'm more likely to burn anything that they have. Please don't tell me our opponent kept a 1-lander. Now, that's a really big stretch. I'll probably take a look at the Boros deck. The Boros deck is probably the one that's more likely to keep a 1-lander. They're more likely to have all 2s and 3s. Okay, look, it's got 2. Spy Bug. Okay, we didn't draw, but we're definitely gonna burn this. Now we only have 1 other lava coil, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's this one's. It's kind of a bit of a prayer. I think we're also 25 land deck, so slightly less than half to draw. Just really need 1. Now, let's be fair. There are many possible reasons for slow play and whatnot. Yeah, if the game ends at this point, I'm probably gonna run this deck again. This one, we barely got to showcase anything. Okay. If we lose it, if it ends at this point where either we win or we lose, yeah. I guess I'm shocking this. I don't remember if there was a Sinister Sabotage, but I'm not gonna wait. Now we're just pinging our opponent. This card feels more at home in, well, it's on team with the Izzet deck, but it feels more at home with the Rakdos, considering Spectacle and whatnot. It's Sprite, so they get to surveil, but at least their engine is kind of dead. Okay, this is the land I did not. Well, not if we draw another land, we can Cackling Drake, so it's not too bad. In fact, we could Murmuring Mystic's also an option too. Yeah, I might take the Cackling. Okay. Well, I guess we're Dragonauting it up. So next turn we have the Cackling Drake as an option. I'm probably going to play the Murmuring Mystic though. We're going to be taking hits from this one. We're pretty much blocking this guy if possible. Yeah, we can't burn this. we'll need to trade with it, which means we'll have to sack one of our Catling Drakes. Yeah, it's an auto block. And we see Doom Whisper. Nice. I guess we can Cackling Drake now. Yeah, this has trample, so at the very least I want to kill this off. Yeah, I kind of want to draw cards anyway. We might draw a land that we could use. So basically, it's just next turn to block this one. We don't quite exactly have removal for this at this point. Yeah, shock. That's a shocker. So we're gonna be taking 9 damage. Let's see if our opponent cooperates. Because if our opponent drops his life low enough, he's probably gonna hold back the Doom Whisper. In that case. Okay, so I can actually just discard the Chemister's Insight. Sure, now it's a 3/4. So, as I said, we're gonna be taking 9 damage. That was a given. So next turn, I'm probably. So hopefully one more land. Yeah, that keep was very void. Well, it's another land, but do I want to take damage for it? Yeah, because these birds are not gonna... If I don't get... Yeah, I need to get a mountain. Nope. So, let's see. If I take damage... I can shock, block, take... I guess that's worth a shot. It's a gamble. Yeah, because I can actually double block this. Just take the 3/4 now. Let's see what our opponent has in mind. So definitely no attacks. Kill spell ruins it. Top-down Phantasm. Okay, that doesn't... This will... Unexplained Disappearance, yeah, that kind of ruins it. So... No matter how we block... Yeah, it's a good game. Yeah, we kind of got greedy in this one, but... You did see it. You did see the idea there. So at least that one was very sharp. Now we're gonna try one of the. Let's try another deck. If we have time, I might revisit. I'm probably gonna revisit this one because that one had plenty of potential. So let's take a look at the Rakdos deck next. Simic's the one I'm actually looking forward to. So again, lots of early plays. It's all about dealing the damage. It's all about getting guys killed. It's all about the spectacle. So yeah, it's all about the good stuff. Yeah, I guess you get the point of this deck. It's very simple. So probably, it's starting to look like all the decks are 3 to 4 mana. Okay, let's change the deck first. I want to go through at least all the decks before we start revisiting some of the other ones. Okay, we have a good start here. Footlight Fiend into Dreadhorn Butcher. And I guess I could do Footlight Fiend into Cult Guild Mage into Dreadhorn Butcher. Then I have the option to just ping our opponent. End of turn. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. So, it might feel. Now, for the players who have, now for all those who have been playing already, okay, so it's facing off against Simic. Let's do the Cult Guild Mage first. So the other option, target player discards a card. Yeah, we could mess our, but that's much later. So Combine Guild Mage. Let's shock this out the way. Yeah, we're just gonna hit for 4. So yeah, this will be a while. Nice, but kind of expensive. Well, this, I don't think this is gonna be a Merfolk deck. At least not purely Merfolk. There probably is gonna be a lot of adapt here. Yeah, we'll be checking this one out next. Sauroform Hybrid. Sure. I'm free to attack with any of these guys. Yeah, I don't mind losing the Cult Guild Mage here. If it means everyone else gets it through. Although... yeah, he's gonna... Yep, we'll let that through. Stony Strength, put +1/+1, untap it. Sure, that's fine. Because, 1, this can't adapt anymore. I'm still gonna kill it anyway, let's be honest. And that's one less card. Yeah, we're gonna start stripping our opponent's hand a little bit. Sharp to crab, so now we're facing off against the big guns. We have yeah, he's gonna know something's up. Oh no, he didn't bite. So I guess we're not skewering this one yet. That's because he can adapt, make it 5. Yeah, sure. We'll let him adapt. Because if it's gonna be a race situation, I think we can beat him. I'm gonna take Biomancer. We can adapt this one. Oh, he's not adapting either. Okay, he has to pay now. Okay, we'll let that resolve so that I can see who he triggers to tap. Okay, that resolves. Okay, so we're gonna kill the Benthic Biomancer. And attack with everyone. Let's see who he blocks. He blocks that one. Yep, that's predicted. And we get to skewer that. It's down to 1 card. We won't get this back next turn, but if we can draw a land, we can get one of his creatures. So this one's not... I guess next turn. Okay. Yep, he's gonna pump that. He's not gonna pump that. Probably should block first whenever possible. Definitely keeping that on top. Yeah, Rakdos, super aggressive. Very good. based on what our opponent does, we can actually just sit back and let the Cult Guild Mage do everything. There's a shot. There's a shot to grab. We don't exactly have sacrifice triggers. Yeah, let's get a block. Let's damage. Gonna ping him. Ping our opponent. I was thinking of killing the crab, but I realized he had it. Yeah, let's get it open. There you go. Good. So Rakdos, yeah, we can maintain control. I think our opponent kind of flooded out a little bit on Lando. Also, we were able to answer his threats one by one, so that was the thing. I guess if it was the Orzhov deck, we probably would have problems. Okay, nice lands. Let's open that later. So we faced off against the Simic next, so let's take a look at that. Whoa, look at all of them 2-drops. And some nice cheap removal also. The idea is basically to try to ramp up enough mana to start triggering our adapt triggers. We have several ways of getting multiple mana. Yeah, this looks quite good. We'll do this next. But so far it looks like the winners are Demir and Rakdos. Izzet is also kind of a winner. I just got careless on that one. Golgari, yes, I also made mistakes on that with that deck too. Though, yeah, the removal is more primed against bigger stuff, so we will not have a play until turn 3, but at least we have 4 mana. We'll keep this. So if our opponent is any of the 2 decks we won with, we're probably gonna have a problem. But it's nice that I actually forgot that this one's just a 4/4/4/4. Probably because there are better creatures for 4 mana. Yeah, those are in the rare category though. It's not bad as an uncommon. So yeah, he likes to keep. We'll probably start just leading off in green. Okay. But I take it back. Cost 2 less to activate, so next turn I can play this, then the next turn it's just adapt, then so it makes the adapt cheaper here for both. Okay. Thought Erasure? Wait, it's not standard. Oh, no Thought Erasure. I didn't want the Titanic Brawl though. He might make a sudden disappearance of this. Yeah, sudden disappearance, I believe. Current score. Okay, that's... This one's actually fine. So next turn is Shark to Crab. With Titanic Brawl as an option. No, we don't have the mana for that. And let's go in Whispering Snitch. Okay, so we're gonna Shark to Crab it up. So we actually... Yeah, I'm gonna pass. So if our opponent doesn't kill this one, he'll need something bigger. It's cost at least 5 mana. There's no Price of Fame in the deck. I saw it. So I'm gonna definitely pump this, tap this, Titanic. Okay, we can't Titanic Brawl. Probably gonna end up sacrificing the Shark to Crab just to get the Nightveil Predator out of the way. Solely Strength, nice option. So, okay. Can only tap this one down. Guess I can attack with both. It's probably gonna block this one. Okay. These are instant, so I have that option. I suppose I should just use this to kill this one now. Yeah, just get out of the way. And the problem is, I'm starting to notice a little bit of A plus B mechanic. And how do you guys draw Doom Whispers? It's a one-off. Seriously. We do have. Well, that's not gonna help us. Yeah, this one's not gonna help us right now. So we're gonna pass first. We're gonna have to take a few hits from this guy. We're gonna wait for our opponent to drop some creature that's not Nightveil Predator. We got rid of one. There's a second one, I'm sure. Yeah, it looks. I know this is the headline Surveil guy. Well, who am I complaining? They have Doom Whisper. We have Spawn of Mayhem. Even. Oh yeah, speaking of demons, I'm trying to work out the next deck I'm working out is Mardu. Probably gonna put several angels there. Might just be a mix of angels and demons, all the big stuff. If you so let's wait for our opponent to attack with this one first. Okay, we'll take the hit. Let's see. Yeah, at least let's get the Thief Sanity out of the way. It's not counter stuff? Oh, mission briefing. Sure, but you don't have mana to cast anything. Well, it's just mission briefing to surveil lands. And it does nothing. You still have to play. I should know. I'm the guy that plays mission briefing. Okay, Glare Engineer's not gonna do it. Yep. But hey, on the bright side, you're the one with the 6/6 I still have to worry about. Yeah, mission briefing does not pay mana for you. You still have to pay. Entrata the Silence. Opponent's doing quite well in drawing them rare. Yeah, we're definitely gonna lose next turn if we can't answer either of these guys. Yep, that's it. Complimentary concession. So as you can see, if you probably noticed, everyone's playing Demir. I'm not surprised. It's kind of the same thing that happened when it first came out. So let's do the next deck on the list. Yeah, more of this. Yeah, they did the deck good. So I like this. Well, I like the Simic a while ago, but it's... I guess you can say it's an A plus B mechanic problem again. Titanic Brawl. Probably could have just done better with more creatures and just relied on creature combat. But anyway, let's check the next deck on the list. Let's go Orzhov Syndicate. Let's take a look. This one should have tons of removal. You have some Disparks. But this is basically... Nice. So Priest of Forgotten Gods. This is a sacrifice, get everything killed deck. Basically based off Death's triggers. Yeah, Vindictive Vampire. Ethereal Absolution. So we need to try to maintain control. So judicious use of Mortify, Plague Crafter, Kaya's Wrath. Pitiless Pontiff is a sort of removal. So note that there are several cards that have high casting, high CMC, so we want to be careful with our mana. So we'll go with that deck. I guess the nice thing of this mode is that you get to sample everything. So remember, just because the removal is cheap doesn't mean we have to use it all the time. That was kinda the mistake I made with the isn't. So turn 2, I think turn 2 Pontiff, then just keep attacking with Pontiff. Use cards like Oligarch as a... So Pontiff Mortify, Pontiff Oligarch, we have options. So it's a game of Preserve the Pontiff. Our opponent probably has the same deck if you're running Hunted Witness. At least we got some late... We got something for the mid game. We got something for the late game. We kind of need a little more mana to hit this one, but oh, opponent's in Celeste mana. Yeah, definitely not gonna trade. I'm gonna keep the shields up anyway. Shame we don't have a Cruel Celebrant. At least that option's there. Our opponent had... Okay, opponent's deciding they could just jump with the Hunted Witness, which is fine by me. You could also jump. You could also jump with the Paradise Riddle. It's just gonna take the damage. So we're hoping our opponent drops something big that we can despark. But if I remember from my experience in Constructed, this one is probably running March of the Multitudes. Okay, looks like our opponent's also stuck on mana. If he attacks with this, I am kind of willing to block. Yes, I'm kind of willing to block because he just gets a soldier with lifelink. We get the we get the 1/1 spirit. He's not, so now we play Cruel Celebrant. Then we swing with these guys. I will try to keep the Pontiff alive. He's probably gonna just block the Witness here, and I don't exactly need the Witness to die. Okay, he's just gonna trade, so that's fine. That's fine with me too. Oh, he's got something. There we go. Let the triggers begin. So, if our opponent drops something big, we despark. If not, we Orzhov Enforcer. Probably has a Venerated Loxodon that we should be on the lookout for. I've seen some... Well, some of them might have just spent the few extra gems. You know, it was just plus 10 levels if I'm not mistaken. We'll get there. We'll get there. He's deciding. He's 1 mana away from making tokens, so it's probably something else here. Decisions. He's probably scared that I probably have removal. Rightfully so. I'm willing to just take the damage from this one. No. I don't feel pressured to trade. Centaur Peacemaker, everyone gains 4 life. So hopefully I can draw another mana so that I can leave. So I could leave Mortify and the Pitiless Pontiff trigger up. Yeah, I want to have extra options here. So I really need I need mana eventually. My turn. No, we didn't get mana. We got revival. Ha! Am I gonna wait for revenge? That's gonna take a while. Revival's a sorcery, so I could actually... So I'm actually gonna just swing with these two. Yeah. Yeah, because it... Okay, if he blocks with... Yeah, if he blocks that... So... It's a creature I control, so... He has a way to save it? Can't be a fight. Yeah, can't be a fight effect. This is indestructible now. And I'm just gonna play the Orzhov Enforcer. We don't need to revive Cruel Celebrant immediately. Sure, we'll be missing out on the trigger if I had to trade, but that's okay. So far, we're actually doing quite well, considering we've been stuck at 3 mana for a while. We never had to use the Mortify. Thank you, Pitiless Pontiff. We never had to, we haven't had to well, our opponent's probably gonna play something big soon. It'll be interesting if he plays something big. Swing with the Pitiless Pontiff and the Enforcer, make him decide which one to block. So the nice thing is, no matter how big our opponent's creatures get, looks like our opponent's gonna fight back. Okay, so we're gonna block this one. +1 counter, so we take this damage, but we get to kill this one off still, I think. Which is not too bad per se. So we take 6. He gains a loss of 22. That's actually fine. So we can actually use Pitiless Pontiff as the holdbacker now. So this guy's just threat of activation. I don't really have to activate him. Revival Revenge can actually just get the Enforcer if I need him to pinch that way. So I'm probably just gonna keep chipping off in the air. Okay, finally got the land. I probably should also just kill the Conclave Guildmage before he gets the option to start yeah, before he gets the option to start dumping night tokens. He is 1 mana away. Yeah, let's just kill this now. He's got a response. I don't think there's a 1 mana response that gives him indestructible. I might be mistaken. So I'm willing to take the hit from this one. So 1 more mana gives us Grasping Claw. We also could just am I willing to wait 6 mana just to hit Revenge? This is usually very cool though. Yeah, so our opponent hit 6 mana. It's a good thing we can Conclave Tribunal on the Pontiff, so that's a bummer, but it's okay. This Spark, oh, we can get rid of it actually. That'll be a nice trick. swing with everyone. So you have to also remember that this is yeah, this is an instant. So if I could use this as a surprise blocker. So no blocks for now. Let's just make this a damage race. Healer's Hawk. Okay. 6 mana. Because I can put him. Yeah, let's ruin his day. If he has a way to gain life, this would... No. Depends on how much life you're gaining. You might want to just do it after the hit. So we can despark, use despark for the pont. We can despark that for the pontiff, I guess. He probably has a pump effect. I'm gonna have to inspect that deck next. I'm pretty sure there's a pump effect here available. But otherwise, it looks like we're off to the races here. Yeah, if you're blocking like that, you have a pump effect. Take a card. Okay, so it's just a flat trace unless... Oh. Okay, so... And just deal with that one. We'll take some hits. So we're kind of trading. I'm gonna have to buy this back. Unless this is big. I'm just starting to suspect that there should be a big convoke creature coming up soon. There's the rating. I actually have a surprise trick here. So pass the blockers. Block to damage. Sack 1 spirit token. So at least we can still keep the board gummed up. Need more creatures though. That should do it. So now we're off to the races. At least these can trade sort of. I will be in trouble. Well, if it's a large flying creature, yes, we'll be in trouble. Okay, Tribunal. Yeah, he's probably gonna. Yeah, he's probably gonna. Oh, he could. If he's gonna nuke that one, that's okay too, I guess. Funny enough, I just need to draw another Mortify. So yeah, we're not getting there. Yeah, at least we've dissuaded this one from attacking. I might be better off just mortifying the Healer's Hawk if that becomes an option. I'm starting to wonder if this was correct. Probably buying back one of these other creatures have been a better choice. Opponent's not gonna attack, so we're at a standstill. So if he actually swings with the Healer's Hawk, I can just sacrifice this and just bump off 2 spirits for that one. At least it means I don't have to race I'm not racing for life in the air. this one's actually been a longer. Yeah, this one's been quite long. We've only gone through half the decks, and we're already at the 1 hour mark. I guess we might make this a two-parter after all. Opponent is gonna. Yeah, sure, we'll take. Curious what. Yeah, you have to remember the way these are built. Combat tricks galore. Trying to remember what other big stuff do we have. Oh, we do have a material absolution as an option. Gaining life. Okay, so that's actually fine. Again, giving our opponent options on how to block. Yeah, that's. I remember that one limited match where the Pitiless Pontiff went all the way. This one's kind of doing the same thing. So now we have double blockers. This guy's still a problem, but we'll worry. We still kind of have time depending on how stuck our opponent is. This is literally the stance. Oh, yuck. I am willing to trade 2 for 1 though. He is not. So it's much closer than it needs to be. Creature control, vigilance and lifelink. So I can actually hold these guys back. These guys have vigilance and lifelink, so that's an option. I'm just waiting for more afterlife creatures. I know I have more than these guys. I already have the Engine of Sorts. I just need the way to. But at the very least, depending on how blocks happen, I am. Conflict Tribunal. This is his third Tribunal already. So I'm going to actually sack her. Just so that so that I get the free block here. At the very least, it might dissuade an attack. Yeah, dissuade an attack. I'm literally just surviving off threat of activation. It's not because I can actually activate anything. I'm actually just waiting for our opponent to swing in with one of these guys and put me in trouble. Thankfully, our opponent is kind of stuck too. I can literally survive off one Pontiff finally. Orzhov and Force. Opponent's waiting for something big. Hunted Witness. Well, not big, but still something. So just literally living off that touch. Okay, it's it's over. I'm not gonna swing. I'm not gonna risk the lifelink ruining things. Yeah, that's just enough triggers. Whew, that was close. That was close, but we managed to get their engine. I guess if our opponent kept... Yeah, our opponent might have been better off swinging rather than just holding back. So, there you go. That's nice. We'll claim that later. So, well, not so bad. We're kind of 1 hour in, so this is gonna be a two-parter. So, yeah. That's gonna be it for now. That's it for this episode, the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like and subscribe, turn on notifications and whatnot. So there will be a second part of this. We'll be doing the other half of the decks. Until then, let's enjoy the spoils that we have. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys again next time. Nice temple. Take care, everyone. God bless.